Following the victory of the Farm Fresh Foxies against the Galleries Tower High Risers, we now proceed to Majoy Baron and the PLDT High Speed Hitters as they take on Abby Maraño and the CHERY TIGGO EV Crossovers. A couple of Lasalistas present here in Inares, Montalban for our second game of your Saturday triple header. PLDT, who are already in the quarterfinals, will take on CHERY TIGGO, who still has some implications when it comes to trying to qualify into the top 8. And later on, this is going to be another good battle for you guys. Capital One versus Petrogas, two teams in the middle of the pack in terms of our team standings. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service, bringing you the action from Inares, Montalban. Our courtside reporter is Jana Ejido. And Jana, join me as we welcome into this conference the newest team manager of the Signal Super Spikers in the men's division, Alfred Valbuena. Alfred, how are you doing so far?
I'm good. Quite busy. Syempre, yun nga, you were saying na team manager. So yeah, it's really fun also.
Well, congratulations to you, sir. But let's go straight to business here. We have a lot to break down. Alfred, na-mention ko na, it's quite messy at the middle part of our team standings, even though some have already secured a berth in the quarterfinals.
Well, yeah, of course, we know CHERY TIGGO, you were saying that they still have a chance, a slim chance, pero they really need to win all of their matches in 3 to 4 sets in order for them to get that final spot.
We're going to take a look at our picture of the standings as we're about to wrap up the preliminaries. This is our last week. And teams such as Akari, Signal, Capital One, Petrogas, CHERY TIGGO, and even Chocomucho are right there. 1 or 2 games just separating those teams. Del Panumata and PLDT, alongside Creamline, Farm Fresh, and Zeus Coffee, they are already qualified in our quarterfinals. But then again, once you have qualified, you still have to have built your own momentum, because you lose once, Alfred, you're done.
Of course. And we know this will be a fast conference already na alam natin. Just short how many weeks left for before the finals. So now they really need to give their all here. Especially as you can see in your screens here, widest coverage dito PLDT versus the Galleries Towers. We know they have the 3 best blockers in our league top 10. Yan si Anastasia Bavikina, Kim Kennedy, and Savvy Davidson. We know these players are really capable and tall players, especially Davison, who is currently second in rejections with a total of 18 kill blocks and averaging 0.90 blocks per set, while Kim Kennedy averages 0.55 per set with 11 in total. So let's see how will they manage, especially with the CHERY TIGGO na they're really playing smart, or even the best scorer even in the last game. Now, tingnan natin how would they manage to stop or even get that.
11 out of the 15 blocks of PLDT in their previous game came from those 3 players, and leading the way, as you mentioned, is Savvy Davison. Jana, it's crazy to think that Savvy's number 2 among all blockers in the PVL.
Well, Migs and Alfred, for a moment in this conference, Savvy was actually number 1. And when I got to catch up with her earlier, sabi nga niya, well, I'm number 2 now because of Maddie's 10 blocks recently. So that just tells you how aware she is of her skill set now. She adds that she's always been in the top 10 of blocking, except sometime last year. So her approach has been work smarter, not harder as of late. She also told me about how she's improving placement by the net, better positioning of the hands, all of which she describes as conscious effort na on her part. So kung gano'n naman yung net defense ng PLDT, well, CHERY TIGGO EV will be banking on some good offense from Amiga herself, Uni Batista's 41-point performance against Capital One in that 5-setter. My goodness, Uni tells me that it is a product of being more comfortable with the team. She's communicating more with the coaches, and she's aware of how crucial this team's spot is right now, like what you both mentioned, to make it to the quarterfinals and still keep their hopes alive. Uni tells me, I always hope and always fight in every game, and I want to win. Well, Mix and Alfred, that is going to be the cards today. Amiga might be coming out to play here in Rizal.
Well, Amiga had 41 points in their previous game, joining elite company in PVL history. I'll give you 4 names. Kia Bright, MJ Perez, Mama Priscilla Rivera, and also Marina Tushova. And now with Unesca or Uni Batista joining the mix, those are the only 5 reinforcements to ever score at least 40 points in the PVL.
Yeah, we know she is number 6 now in best scoring in this conference with 135 spikes, 6 blocks, and 2 service aces, total of 143 points. As you can see on the screens, 43% of spiking efficiency with 41 big points in their last game against Capital One. So now, CHERY, TIGGO, EV crossovers here are really relying on their import. And in order for them to, get more wins, they also need to step up yung mga local players sila, the likes sila Abby Maranyo. We know she's one of the known and capable middle blockers also for CHERY, who can bring and establish that firepower for this squad.
As much as CHERY TIGGO can rely on the Batista bomb or the Batista bombs from Uni later on, they will have to also rely on their floor defense. And here we will feature our premier matchup because we do have 2 premier liberos in this game, Kath Arado versus Jen Yerba.
Yes, notable players, known players ever since their college days, Kath Arado and Jen Yerba. Now, Kath Arado is number 3 in best diggers here with 93 digs, averaging 4.65 per set. And number 7 also for Jen Yerba with 85 digs and averaging 3.40%. This will be a fun matchup na alam natin. Both players are really excited about this matchup na talagang pagalingan sila to cover their teammates, get those loose balls, and even get the point out of the defense coming from their opposing team.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Alfred. We have our premier matchup at the hand already with our liberos starring. We also got the offense-defense between PLDT and CHERY, but we are going to leave that for our Pilipinas Live viewers to decide. Those who are spending their Saturday here with us in the PVL, we are asking, which libero will rise as the defensive anchor? Will it be PLDT's Kath Arado or CHERY TIGGO EV's Jen Yerba? You can also join the conversation by using hashtag PVL2025.
There you have it. 2 national team caliber liberos squaring off here in Inares Montalban. We'll be taking a short break. After that, we'll present to you our starters for this matchup. This is CHERY TIGGO versus PLDT.
Volleyball action here at the Premier Volleyball League 2025 Reinforced Conference, the heart of volleyball. Live at Inares Center, Montalban, Rodriguez Rizal is the preliminary round 2, Pool D, match number 41, featuring the PLDT high-speed hitters. And their opponents, the CHERY TIGGO EV crossovers. Officiating this match, our national referees. First referee, Mr. Erlindo Eusebio. Second referee, Mr. Philip Rico Huerta. Introducing the starters first for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Let's start with jersey number 6, Savannah Davison. At number 9, Kim Fajardo. Number 10, Mary Joy Baron. At 11, Kiana D. Jersey number 13, Del Palomata. At 23, their foreign guest player from Russia, Anastasia Babikina. Head coach. Starting libero and their team captain at number 8, Kathleen Arado. Head coach is Mr. Rod Ricafort. The CHERY TIGGO EV crossovers. Starting with their team captain at number 2, Abby Marano. Jersey number 10, Ara Gala. At 11, Alina Picard. Number 14, Renee Peñafiel. Jersey number 22, Pauline Gaston. At 25, their foreign guest player from Kazakhstan, Yuniska Robles Batista. Starting libero number 9, Jennifer Nerva. Head coach is Mr. Norman Miguel. This match is under the regulation and supervision of the Games and Amusements Board. It's the PLDT high-speed hitters versus CHERY TIGGO crossovers.
Presenting the starters for the PLDT high-speed hitters. This has been the formula for Coach Rald Ricafort, and so why would he change it? After all, they do have an impressive record in this conference. 5 wins to 1 loss. And again, they are our defending champions in the past 2 tournaments of the PVL. For CHERY TIGGO, this is the same as last game, but we also have to note that Renee Peñafiel is only making her 2nd start in the conference. The good thing was her start contributed in that 5-set match, or the 5-set win of CHERY TIGGO, the EV crossovers against Capital One. Alfred, what a game that was for us.
Yeah, we know that really went to 5 sets. And in fact, everyone was thrilled about those first set pa lang. It reached 25-27.
Batista will send that through again. She had 41 points in their previous game, falling short upon her first tip. 4 touches ang tawag dito sa CHERY TIGGO. PLDT on the board. This is Cal Fajardo. Fajardo is number 4 in the league in setting, by the way. There's Aragalam, another Lasalista present in this game. But then again, we mentioned this net defense that has been key for the high-speed hitters.
So that's the first tallied score block here for PLDT, and we gotta expect more coming from them.
2-0 start for the high-speed hitters. KKD sending that through. Jennifer was there, but she could not save it fully.
Yeah, that was a great play coming from Kim Fajardo. The ball was close to the net, but because of her smarts and the attacking prowess coming from Kim D, scoring that tip for them.
Off the pass by Peñafiel. We haven't seen a strong attack yet from Batista. Babikina going cross. Nice dig by Jen. Here we go. That's the first Batista bomb in this game.
Yun, Mix. Narinig ka ata. That was a great spike coming from Batista. Really going for the sharp cross-court hit.
Hindi pwedeng binibuild up na natin yan sa pre-game pa lang at hindi natin yan ma-mention during the game. CHERY TIGGO now on the board. 1 serving 3, Marano. Targeting Savvy. That's very tight. Sumobra pa. No dropper. Aragalam. What a return by Arado.
That was smart coming from Arado. Seeing the replay was already a broken play. But a veteran move there coming from Kat Arado. No? Seeing the defense of CHERY collapsing.
She's so used to it though. She just continues to laugh it off as they get the point. 4-1, Anastasia Babikina. Mini slide for Gaston. Nice block. Was that savvy?
Yeah, it was savvy. Really into this game. Parang gusto niya talaga maging #1 best blocker here in this conference. No?
Pinapalagan si Manny Madayag, who set the record in the PVL for most blocks in a game. We have a timeout. Beautiful start here for PLDT. Are there early concerns for CHERY TIGGO that you have observed?
Well, first thing, they gotta pass so well. Because we know PLDT is number 6 in serving. So now CHERY TIGGO needs to pass well para naman for Bicar to set up a play and open up their spikers here.
You know what? CHERY TIGGO is dead last in the league in receiving. So let's see if they can fix that. Davison off speed. Ooh. It wasn't the best of touches from Savvy, but it still worked for her.
Yeah, because of that drop ball, even that cut shot. Pongay was got fancy on that drop ball from Davison.
Savvy coming off of 21 points versus Gallery's Tower. Good net defense by Palomata and KKD. That's quite low for Batista. Another rejection for PLDT.
And Palomata also manning the block defense here for PLDT.
(7-1) now. PLDT to try to send us to the first technical timeout. Back set to Aragalang. Kim Fajardo there for it, but her return went wide.
Yeah, Aragalang now playing well in their past games here for CHERY. Being one of the top scorers, also local player here for CHERY.
Davison, beautiful sound of that ball.
You can see her hit there just above the blockers and scoring that point.
First technical timeout, 8-2. Eight to 2 here in set number 1. Another block by PLDT. D-ball for Aragalang. Fajardo there to dig it up. Oh! Mistouch by Del Palomata. But now that gives us time to send you over to the side with Jana Ejido.
With a quarterfinal seat book, you might think that the PLDT high-speed hitters are simply cruising through this tournament. But in my conversation with Coach Aldrico Fort a while ago, he tells me that this conference has been very challenging for the team. He shared how in their last game, they handed Galleries their first set win of the conference. And things like that, he does not want to make room for, describing PLDT as on and off, and is something that they would like to improve. He adds that teams are very difficult to study now, especially with the reinforcements. Telling me, lumakas yung laro ng lahat at nag-iiba yung galaw. But with this strong start for PLDT, let's see how that unfolds in set 1. Mix and Alfred.
So far, so good for Coach Rodrigo Ford's team. That's a big point, actually. You did surrender the first set win of Galleries Tower. And that was actually the first extended match victory. Or sorry, the second extended match victory for PLDT in this conference. The first one, a win in 4 sets versus Farm Fresh. Pulling Gaston and working the slide.
There now, slowly, CHERY EV crossovers here are finding their rhythm, which is nice to see. Coming from the floor defense, executing right away that counter-attack coming from Gaston.
Davison off the rebound, could not send it through cleanly. Point for CHERY TIGGO. What a counter run this is, Alfred.
Yeah, you know, Davison was trying that dump ball right away to really interrupt the defense coming from CHERY na hindi na sila makapag-set. Pero just like that, a better set coming from Kim Fajardo, setting up Davison, despite having 2 blockers in front of her, managing to score that point.
There you see the 8th best scorer in the PVL Reinforced Conference, Savvy Davison. Her confidence low, 14 points. Yun po ang pinaka-unti niyang naitala sa isang game. That was against Signal, the game that they lost. The dig by Bavikina, sending it right. Saved by KKD. Now a chance. Slide again. Good chance to counter. Majoy, still no point. Push by Alina. And here's Savvy. Point off the block.
Yeah, smart play there coming from Savvy Davidson. Seeing Alina Bicar as her blocker in front. Bringing that attack towards her shorter blocker. Scoring that point off Bicar's hand.
10-6. Peñafiel met by 2 blockers there. This is a free ball. Majoy gets it back. Nice dig by Aragalang. Back row. How about that defense by Catarado? Davison targeting the back.
You know what? What's nice about PLDT? They're really giving a hard time to their opponent na pagdating sa blocking, sobrang lakas na lang, masisira, madedemoralize yung mga attackers mo eh.
Tapos may Catarado ka nag-aabang sa likod.
Kaya nga eh.
We have a timeout, 11-6. Here in set number 1. It was actually a dominant start for PLDT. Uni Batista and company had to find some answers to at least, you know, narrow the gap. Yeah. Unfortunately, PLDT has responded.
After the 3-0 run coming from CHERY, it's also PLDT's turn to make that 3-0 run on their own.
So are we back to CHERY TIGGO having their turn? Renee Peñafiel says yes. And they continue though.
All they need here is a strong serve or maybe a hard serve to disrupt the offense here of PLDT.
Majoy Baron able to get the better of Abby Maraño at the net.
It's really hard to man the blocking here of the blocking side of CHERY, especially if you have those kinds of players in front of you. May Davison ka, Majoy Baron, even KKD. Then from the back now, you have Davison.
Bavikina. The open hit going long.
And that was her first attempt on spiking here for Bavikina.
Nice pass. Pambawi. Good recovery by Jen Yerba. Batista lost her balance. Chance ball. 1-2.
That is her specialty here coming from Kim Fajardo. Minsan talaga mga ganong plays, alam mong free ball, the defense of your opponent was really already focusing on the attackers, on the spikers. Pero just like that, Kim Fajardo with a perfect pass coming from Davison.
Pati yung teammates ni Kim, ang ganda ng reaction eh. Nagulat din sila. But obviously they were happy about it. 10 touch here, called against PLDT. It is 9 serving 13. Renee Peñafiel recently had a breakout conference here in the PVL. Ganda ng kwento niyan. Might not have been the brightest star in college, but here she is shining in the PVL. To talk about shining, it is Anastasia Babikina's turn to score.
That was a great serve there coming from Peñafiel. Pero syempre, Kat Arado is there to the rescue, setting that ball perfectly to Babikina and scoring that point.
14-9 now. Vicar goes open. Off the block for Uni Batista.
What is nice here also for PLDT, they really manned Batista here, giving KKD as her blocker and Palomata, those tall players for PLDT. Para kahit itaas lang malate sa mga blocking, pero because of their length, they can really deflect the ball coming from Batista.
Batista again. Getting the better against KKD and Del Palomata.
There she go, 1 point at a time. Finding her groove now. She's warmed up already.
11-14. Babikina. So it's starting to become a reinforcement battle here in set 1.
Yeah, that's expected already in this matchup. Pero syempre for PLDT, Kim Fajardo really shuffling her attackers, also her offense, para hindi maman ng CHERY TIGGO yung mga attackers.
Shaya Adorador is now in the game, having replaced Renee Peñafiel. She also came off the bench in their previous outing, and she scored 7. Baston as the setter. Batista will send it through. Palomata reaching for it. Batista again. One more save there for Fajardo.
And yeah, everyone knows now who to man or who to block in those kinds of system or broken plays here for CHERY. Syempre, they would really focus on that outside hitter.
At 12-15, Davison now in front. Wow, what a hit.
Yeah, I think now for the system of CHERY, they're really targeting Davison in terms of receiving for PLDT.
Right now, it's PLDT leading us to the second technical timeout, 16-12. Back in Inares Montalban for CHERY TIGGO versus PLDT. Nice save by the high-speed hitters. Uni tries again. And this is a free ball. Best chance for Alina. Same attacker. That was in. Apparently, led the line.
Yeah, Batista has been the go-to player here for the CHERY EV crossovers.
Well, you did mention the back-to-back points that she had a while ago that really helped her get her groove.
Was already the floor defense for PLDT because Majoy Baron really had the touch on the attack. So they need to react fast here for PLDT.
Double sub in for the EV crossovers, and that's going to be an ace for Batista.
Yeah, that's first service ace here in this match, courtesy of Batista.
This team is dead last in the league in serving, but they would gladly take that ace. Over reception and an easy return for Shaya Adorador. Guess what?
Yeah.
CHERY TIGGO is just down by 1.
Target lang talaga, no? Target sila. Receive lang muna. Receive muna tayo ng kayo. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys.
That huddle really is a testament to them being champions in the PVL.
Yeah. It's really the players who are talking and really fixing things. Kasi syempre, sila naman talaga naglalaro sa loob eh. Coaches are there to just guide you, give timeout, substitutions, and see or really read the opponent's plays. Pero yung players talaga yung maglalaro. It's really you guys who are playing for the team and getting that win.
No sense of panic from PLDT. Unfortunately, they don't get a side out yet. And CHERY TIGGO has equalized here in set number 1.
Let's see if this would be the first lead for CHERY.
Remember, CHERY TIGGO, they're still trying to line up those victories in the standings. They want to secure a berth in the top 8. Davison has a different idea. They want to build as much momentum as they can as they approach the quarterfinals.
Down the line, the time for Davison. Again, seeing that hole on the defense of CHERY.
Yerva setting up Adorador. This is Savvy. Great elevation. Batista from the back. Good chance for PLDT. Fajardo! Could have been her second attack point. Skyball. Out of time. It's Savvy with some hang time and then gave us a cut shot.
Wow. You can see that elevation and that extension coming from Savvy Davison. Despite the ball being too high for her reach, pero because of her clippings, just sending that ball over and scoring that point. It's really important also for a volleyball player talaga yung clippings here.
Yes.
Kailangan reaction time also.
Clippings, kung hindi man kayo familiar doon, it can also be referred to as what? Follow
the
through?
Flick, follow through or flick of the wrist, mga ganun.
There you go. Thank you, team manager Alfred Balbuena. It is 17-18, Pauline Gaston at the service line. Davison. Shaya pushing it through. Now it's Majoy, quite low there. And an easy return for CHERY TIGGO.
Unexpected play there coming from Majoy Baron. I think she was really expecting that ibigay kay Davison. Pero, syempre, they had that 6 wrong missed timing also there coming from Majoy.
Deadlock at 18. Davison, again, the sharp cross.
Grabe, despite having 3 blockers in front of her, she still sees that hole. There you can see Shaya Adorador already committing and then opening that side.
Hirap talaga pag kumagat ka na, no? Mong malabo ng makabawi. Ganun pa ka-sharp ang bigay ni Savvy Davison. This is Alea Malaluan, one of the youngest high-speed hitters at the service line. Nice pass by Shaya. Push by Uni. Bump onto the left. Bavikina. Cross. The dig by Jen. Beautiful rally here. Push onto zone 1. Ganda ng habol ni Uni. Paat scoring off the block.
You can see, nakikita mo talaga dito sino yung mga veterano ng players eh. Si Kim Fajardo seeing the defense of Cherry really scrambling and attempting to score her point right away. Pero syempre, because of the length of Batista here, managing to save that ball and even scoring that point coming from Pat.
Mylene will have to check out properly though. You have to do the double sub the right way. Alina Picar and Aragalang will return. Ganda naman ng substitution ng Cherry TIGGO. You have Mylene Paat and Aragalang exchanging each other as now it is an ace for Alina Picar.
An ace and the first lead here for Cherry. Alam natin, kanina they really struggling. Pero after finding their groove as a team, managing to lead the ball again.
Pabikina. That's put up by Adorador. Now Shaya will send it to the other side. Chance for PLDT. Fajardo really is not shying away from scoring.
Yeah, giving it her all here. A lot of variations in terms of dropping the ball. Kanina, puro gitna ngayon, just bringing it zone 2.
Service specialist, Sheila Quiseo. Now in the game for PLDT, a virtual race to 5 here in set number 1. Pass by Shaya. Now she hits. Put up by Sheila. The chase by Del. That was sharp. Ganda nun from Anastasia Babikina.
Yeah, Jenya was already set for that hard hit coming from Babikina. There in the last second there, Pepre Palomata trying to save that ball. Tending to bring the ball over. Scoring that point.
Lead back with PLDT. Nice pass. Back row. Beautiful save by Sheila. Juni asking for it. Instead, it's Shaya. Bump onto Nastia. Back-to-back points, Anastasia Babikina.
I really commend here Kiseo coming off the bench. Pero grabe yung floor defense niya. It's really that yung nag-ignite ng floor defense ng mga players na kayang kupunan yung mga ganong instances. Especially coming off the bench, digging the ball very well, and even managing to give Kim Fajardo an option for her offense.
22-20. That's going to go out off of Del Palomata. A nice response by Cherry TIGGO.
She was shocked that the ball was just in front of her. Coming from Palomata.
21-22. Shaya Adorador now taking her turn. Karen Verdeflor is also on the floor now to help out with her defense. Palomata sent back, coverage present. Pabikina. Ooh, hole in the middle, but she touched the net.
Yeah, net toucher coming from Pabikina.
That was big, really big.
The errors now on the side of PLDT racking up, giving Cherry 3 points. Kaya yung momentum na pupunta sa side nila.
22 all. Pambawi. Nice dig by Shaya. Wow. That's a monster block by Del Palomata.
Nakabawi naman dun ngayon si Palomata in terms of defense.
This Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elasto Seal. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. It's crazy to think that Del Palomata is not in the top 10 in terms of blocking.
And we know she has that height also. One of the tallest players here for the high-speed hitters.
Service error though by PLDT. It is now 23 all. Race to 2. Ces Robles is the service specialist of Cherry TIGGO.
Well, you want to take note, Batista now in front for Cherry. So they really need to double time in terms of defense for PLDT.
Babikina. Shaya has been very active defensively. Still returned by PLDT. Batista blocked! Net defense prevailing once again, but do we have a challenge?
Yeah, I think net fault here. The challenge.
Savvy Davison was already set to check back in, but before that happens, we need to review this one first. CHERY TIGGO is very quick to challenge that.
Nakita ko talaga nag-sound agad ng buzzer there. Si Coach Kung Fu. But despite that, before the challenge, everyone, yun yung sinasabi natin, pag alam na ng team kung kanino pupunta yung bola, expect a two-man block already.
At least.
Yeah, at least two-man. And you know, you have KKD in front and Palomata, so it's really hard for Batista to penetrate the ball, especially if mababa yung set ng mga fast or shoot set. So now, I think she needs more height. Yeah, shoot coming from the set there.
Was there a net fault by the blocker?
Oh, no.
That's clean.
Yeah, clean one.
Challenge unsuccessful. So, set point will belong to PLDT. Davison will join the front row.
Yes, and she's back. Let's see if she would end this with a block, a clean block.
Service for Anastasia Bavikina. 24-23. Shaya again with the first ball. Bit of a chase for Alina. Tough dig for Arado. Davison. Batista. Off the deflection. It is still Palomata. What a save by Shaya. Aragala. That's inside.
What a rally there coming from both squads. Floor defense after floor defense. Block after block, but that time Aragalang with her smart just bringing it down the line. Seeing the hands of Davison covering that cross court, pero because we know Aragalang is one of the players who can really bring the ball towards that area, and she does.
24 all. That is wide for Uni Batista.
That time he was really trying to spike the ball above the blockers there. Pero yun nga, masyadong malakas. And she was out of position.
Jovi Prado is now in. The ever so reliable veteran of PLDT. She will be serving for the set 25-24. It's wide. Are we gonna see a challenge? Yep, Coach Arnold Lanyog has his hand on that challenge button.
Yeah, so this is the first challenge for PLDT. Well, who knows, diba? Malay mo, tama pa.
Might as well.
Yeah. We have 2 challenges in this set, so why not use one?
What you think though?
For me, I think, from my point of view, it seemed like it was in. Kasi minsan mga ganong angle ng line judge, di rin nila matansya eh. Yung minsan pag drop ng ball, mag-flatten out pa yan eh. Let's see on the replay there.
Okay, sige.
There, one more. Oh.
That's out, that's out.
Yeah, super out pala.
Okay. So, we're not yet done. 25 all. CHERY TIGGO looking for their first set point.
Again, every set here for CHERY is important for them.
Davison, nice dig by Karen Bendaflor. Back row. Arado there on the other end. Savvy again. Open zone number 5.
What a hang time coming from Savvy Davison. Kitang-kita mo na yung bola. It was really high for her, pero because of her leaping ability. And nakita mo na closed fist na siya just to hit that ball.
Another set point for PLDT, 26-25. KKD sends it in. Slide. Pauline, that's long. Was there a check? Yeah, might as well challenge it, CHERY TIGGO.
Yeah, let's see if they will challenge it.
Pauline is actually very confident about it, even Uni Batista.
And it seems like Davison's also confident na wala. Kasi minsan, syempre, yung mga players, sige, check na para mag-continue na yung play
Oo.
Para hindi na magluwamig diba?
Lalo na, dito na tayo sa crunch
Oo.
time ng set number 1. Believe it or not, this is the first extended set for PLDT in this
Yeah, to
conference.
see the replay.
Oh, there's a touch! Sammy Davison laughing it off right now. She's giving finger hearts to CHERY TIGGO. 26 all.
Yeah.
CHERY TIGGO's record in extended sets, 1-1. They lost in set 3 versus Akari and won in set 1 versus Capital 1.
Pero I just wanna see Migs here. Sobrang lakas and risky nung play na yun coming from Bicar, no? Tsaka yung tiwala niya sa mga spikers niya. With that slide attack coming from Gaston, scoring that point. Pero you have Batista at the back and you have Adorador also. And she opted to just choose that slide attack, which was successful. Yung mga tapang na isang player, na setter. You know?
Kung tapang hinihingi mo, makukuha mo kay Alina Bigar yan. Sigurado yan. 26 all now in our extended set 1. Not the best of passes. This is a free ball. Alina choosing the back row. Hammer time!
That was a Batista bomb. And Bicar now giving it to her import for that sure point.
That was a wide open zone 1. Timeout PLDT.
Pagigit na ka ng Sa pa. Kasi wala pa naman sa sideline na back. Puro sa gitna eh. Sa akin, pa dito lang. Isa-isa. Magulo ulit yung balik. Okay. Isa-isa.
First time ito.
Receive mo na, receive.
Consistent, Coach Rodrigo
Yeah.
sa kanyang tiwala.
Kita mo doon, they're really talking about the defense now. It was the voice of Kat Arado saying na mag-adjust kayo if coming from the back. Kasi minsan na naman mag-back throw daw. So they need to open up that area.
Set point for the EV crossovers. Pauline Gaston serving. First ball, Bavikina again, not the best of passes. Davison. Too wide. Set number 1 belongs to CHERY TIGGO.
There you have it. CHERY TIGGO now with one set in their bag. Hoping to get more after this. So, syempre, they need to concentrate more and refocus kasi hindi pa tapos ang laban here.
Did mention we also have implication in terms of the number of sets that CHERY TIGGO would want to win to help them out in the standings. This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. The back row hit, as you mentioned, the Batista bomb from Uni Batista. Set 1 to CHERY TIGGO. If you missed set number 1, boy, was that a set number 1 for us. CHERY TIGGO versus PLDT in extended fashion, 28-26. That was also a comeback victory for the EV crossovers.
Yeah, we know PLDT was up 8-2 before that first technical timeout. And CHERY EVs here really rallied back and even snatching that first set against PLDT. As you can see, Bikar with that smart and unstoppable also for the slide attack coming from Bongay Gaston. But it was really that heart of the EV crossovers here that played out and really ruled in that first set. No, despite being down 6 points, rallied back. Kasi minsan mga ganon instances talagang, you know, you need to give it your all and believe in one another. No, so because it's really a crucial game, a crucial set for them. It's also it's giving them that hope for them to get in that quarterfinals. But on the side of PLDT, I don't know if they were really relying more on blocking. Na medyo nawala na yung atake. So, and a lot of errors also committed on the side of PLDT.
Well, they had 4 blocks, as you saw in set number 1. Most of them coming at the start of that set, which is why they were able to build an early lead. Now we begin set number 2 in Inaris Montalban. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Comments at your service, alongside Alfred Valbuena and Jana Ejido. Abby Maranyo denied by Del Palomata.
There, that's the first block again. And the set, what I also want to say on the side of PLDT, they're really passing poorly. No, lalo na nung the tail end of the match on that first set, really targeting the import here of PLDT, which gave Fajardo a hard time to set up the ball.
That was a nice setup to Uni Batista, continuing with their personal momentum. He gave us that crucial point from the back row, giving them set point in set number 1. Both teams on the board in set 2. Nice serve by Maranyo. Bit of a scramble though by CHERY TIGGO. Arado bumping it up for KKD. Denied. Coverage present. Sa likod naman, Shaya continuing with their floor defense. Good chance for PLDT. Davison. One more. Trying to go sharp again. This time it's low.
Yeah, that angle coming from Davison was quite low coming from that set. He was always trying to target that area, no? Pero yun nga, that time it was a miss set for Davison.
Target savvy. Oh, not the best of executions. Beautiful dig by Catarado. KKD sends it cross court. Alina Vicar with a mistouch.
Who now makes Hoodies think na ang naghahari sa floor defense ng mga libero natin. Based from what you're seeing since from the first set, diba?
Well, honestly, I've seen Catarado do what she usually does. Kanina, napuna natin si Shaya Adorador.
Yeah.
Ayan na naman, getting the first ball. But Jen Yerba has had her moments. Even Karen for the floor. But you should be the one answering your own question.
Yeah, I know. Alam naman natin nun. Pero syempre, Catarado always seeing that hole from the blockers. Kaya nakuha niya mga bola. But that time,
hindi na nalaligtas yun.
that was rare coming from her na hindi niya nakuha yung mga ganong bola.
Going to Pauline Gaston. Well, the net did not help out the case of Catarado. 3-2. Bump to Savvy. Down the line target. That's going to be very tight. Mahirap na yun even for Karen.
That was Bongay's attempt. That was a great effort coming from Ara Galang to save the ball.
Tied at 3. Batista. Denial. That's Majoy Baron.
Great timing here coming from the blockers of PLDT. Seeing the ball was far from the net. It was really wide for Batista to strike. So they really waited for the ball and scored that block point.
Point goes back to CHERY TIGGO though, off of that error by Savvy Davison. 4-all in set 2. There you see our champion coach for PLDT, Raldrick Fort. They're targeting a Grand Slam, mind you. They won 3 titles in 2025, which is what Creamline did last year. Shaya. Parado there to put it up. Back row. Still look really good.
Yep. So now you can see PLDT going for those pipe attacks. That was unusual in that first set because they were really trying to go for front line first. Minsan kasi nasa system yun, like they need to get or capture the blocker's attention before going for those kinds of plays. To also let the middle blockers, especially from the team, to jump and commit to the middle blockers and then go for that pipe attack, which opened up a while ago for Savvy Davidson.
Pipe attack as well from Uni Batista. 5-all. Pavikina could not be saved anymore by Shaya. A lot of power there from Anastasia.
Despite Adorador already in position from that hit coming from Bavikina, pero yun nga, you were saying, really hard spike there.
Nice serve by Calf. This is a free ball. Who will get it? It's Del. D-ball. Nice save. Oh, medyo malayo-layo na yun. Delikado na para kay KKT. Again, we have LED screens. And if the players actually go crashing onto them, that can injure them.
Yeah, of course.
Pero may mga ibang players tumatalon over that.
Meron talaga. Wala sa kanila yung LED. It's really just to save the ball, go for the ball, because every point counts for them.
Power now from the back, Uni Batista.
And Batista racking up points for CHERY in this crucial game of theirs.
7-6. Walang nalalayo. Tough take for Uni. Push by Aragalang, and here's the counter. Nastia. Whistle blown at the net. Net touch by Aragalang.
But we can see Batista really giving it her all. Mapa-atake, mapa-floor defense, mapa-serve. So now the CHERY needs to support her.
Looking at the numbers of Batista, she's had 2 games of double-digit digs in this conference, so it's not just about scoring for her. Down the line, KKD.
He has been silent in the first set and now scoring points for PLDT.
Technical timeout, 8-7.
You're still with us here in this matchup between the PLDT high-speed hitters and the CHERY TIGGO EV crossovers here inside Inares Montalban, where CHERY TIGGO EV took set number 1 from PLDT in such thrilling fashion. And based on what we saw a while ago, Uni Batista has proved that she has been a constant bright spot for the team. Migs and Alfred, I mentioned earlier on top of the broadcast that she's growing more comfortable, talking talking to coaches, but Uni also particularly mentions how her connection with her setter, Alina Bicar, has improved. She even credits Alina's performance in that fifth set against Capital One as it helped her eke out the final points and unleash the Batista bomb indeed. Bicar Batista has worked before, and that connection could be even more lethal here in set 2, Migs and Alfred.
Yes. Really, the connection between the setter and the reinforcement, that's one of the things na binabantayan natin in each reinforced conference, no? At it does take time, Alfred, but now that we're already about to wrap up the preliminaries, mabuti na at nakuha na nila yung groove nila.
Especially, syempre, through training naman yun. So it boils down to training yung connection to the system.
That's KKD getting the point. It is now 10-7. CHERY TIGGO obviously does not want to be separated from PLDT here in set number 2. We've been going back and forth since the start of this set. Oh! That is very unfortunate. Off of a timeout.
Yeah. Miscommunication there coming from the side of CHERY. In terms of the service there. But there was even a sharp serve also coming from Babikina.
11-7 now. Target Uni. Off the shack pass, it's Aragalang who will send it long.
Yep.
And, there doesn't seem to be a touch here. Tumulobo pa ang kalamangan ng PLDT. But they have to be wary of it because remember, we saw a comeback in set number 1 from CHERY TIGGO.
They were down 6 points, but even managed to get steal that set.
Same target.
Yeah.
Another ace for Nastia Babikina.
So on the side of CHERY, they need to find some way on how to stop this serving machine here. Babikina.
Look out for Karen Verdeflor. Will she help out? Oh, that was Aragalang. Another ace for Babikina.
3 service aces in that rotation.
Tinago na nila si Uni Batista and it still did not work out.
Yeah. You know, ganda rin kasi talaga dito if you have that height eh. If you're tall or even can jump high when you're serving, it's really nice to serve the ball with a trajectory na talagang sakto lang sa net.
There you go. Karen with the first ball. Pambawi ni Ara. Good dig by Catarado. Davison! Where the floor could not reach for it.
For Scott Arado, always there for that defense. Which is nice for PLDT na hindi na sila nag-worry kung sino kukuha ng free ball, kung may tao ba ditong depensa. Kim Fajardo, all she needs to do is just be in her right position and just set the ball. And for the attackers, just to spike and score a point.
That's going to be a side out for CHERY TIGGO. One way to help them out.
Yeah, they're outbroken here. And let's see how the CHERY respond. First thing they need to do again also is to serve hard as well.
Shaya Adorador tasked with that one. Sabi, defense to offense.
You can see that swing coming from Davison, no? Grabe.
Now PLDT has doubled the output of CHERY TIGGO in set number 2. reminder for everybody, the 2025 NBA Emirates Cup is here on Signal. Watch the action this November to December on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live. CHERY TIGGO getting an attack point, something that can help out with their confidence as they're still trailing by 7 here. Abby Maraño at the service line. First ball, Nastia. Davison. Ang ganda panoorin ni Sabi. May pose, mid-air.
Parang nagka-copy pa nga sa air. Sabi nila, di ba? It's really with that leaping ability, tapos yung pagkasa or that, you know, that swing from her arm and that hit.
Wow, what a block. Was that Majoy?
Yeah, Majoy Baron there. Seeing that play coming from Vicar.
This Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elasto Seal. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Majoy Baron, a best middle blocker for PLDT, delivering the goods. Biran lang tayo. Naintindihan? Tara!
Laban! Cherry! Bawi title! Kaya ko yan!
9-18, Coach Norman Miguel looking for answers from his squad.
Again, in the standings, the middle part is very interesting.
Yeah.
So we already have our top 4, Zeus Coffee, Creamline, PLDT, and Farm Fresh. But Alfred, we have 6 teams fighting for 4 spots.
Yeah, we know at least 2 games for the teams here who are fighting for that 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. So now, every point matters for those teams, no? Set, even a game. Yun nga, I was telling everyone before or the pre-game that CHERY TIGGO needs to win games, this last 2 games, in 3 or 4 sets in order for them to still have that quarterfinals burst, no? And finish in top 7 or 8, because you know Petrogaz later also will have their game and a crucial one for them
against Capital One.
And Capital One also needs to win kasi yun nga, sila yung magkakadikit here, and Signal quite already there in hanging in for that quarterfinal spot. Pero yun, it all the way down to the 5th, 6th, and 6th, 7th, and 8th place here. Thanks.
Good luck to all of our teams. CHERY TIGGO still trying to catch up. Let's see if this double sub can help out Mylene Paat, an MVP in the PVL, and Jasmine Nabor. She was the starting setter in the CHERY TIGGO championship run in the bubble. Nice serve. Jessie De Leon. That's tight. Ooh, net touch na.
Net touch.
Karen heard the floor will be called for it.
Yeah, Majoy Baron disrupting her there. You know, sometimes those kinds of effort also you want to commend, no? Under the ball. But the net is really quite tight for her to save that.
Gaston could not score. Alcantara goes to the open. The push by Nastia was read. Arado going to zone 5. Ganda ng buelo. Wow, what a dig by Sabi. Nastia's turn. Heard the floor right there for it. Batista. That bounces back. It's saved by Majoy. Mylene. Whistle blown. Net touch by Babikina.
Yeah, I think that's one of the longest rally here in this match. Pero yun nga, Babikina was really eager to block that ball coming from Pat, brushing the net.
11-20. Paat. Denied.
That time, Babikina successful on that block attempt for Mylene Pat. You can see Babikina and Baron not giving an inch for Pat to score, even bring the ball over.
Jovi Prado. Her turn now. She had a brief appearance in set 1 but had a service error. Back row. Low for Batista.
It was quite low for her. Coming from Nabor. Kasi minsan talaga yung mga second setter, kailangan maamoy mo rin yung mga reinforcements mo here.
Shaya. Caught a touch. That's Jessie De Leon in front of her.
At times, Shaya Adorador seeing that down the line hit. Sometimes talagang kailangan that court awareness also for a player. Manaig minsan sa mga ganong types of balls.
Kailangan mabilis ang reaction time mo. A lot of reading happening in volleyball.
And yun nga, alam natin, volleyball is also a situational sport. You know, depending on the ball, depending on the blockers, depending on the spikers, depending on the receive, lahat ng set. So, adjustments. Yeah, sinasabi, volleyball is a sport of adjustments.
You couple your reading with your accuracy. That was accurate from Anastasia Bavikina.
And a 12-point lead here, a comfortable lead for a PLDT. Just a set point away to get the second set.
The least that they have allowed was 14 to Farm Fresh, talking about PLDT. That's going to be an ace. So
Yeah.
this would be their most dominant set in the reinforced conference.
Yep, no challenge there.
There you go. 25 to 12 in set number 2. What a way for PLDT to make a statement, equalizing things in this matchup. Let's see the serve. This point brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Jessie De Leon getting the point to end set number 2 for PLDT. set number 2 was relatively fast. Only 20 minutes needed by PLDT to win that. 25-12, that would be the most dominant set in the reinforced conference for the high-speed hitters. And then for CHERY TIGGO, that's the second least that they have scored all conference long. The least was against Akari in set 1. They only had 11 points then. So, Alfred, how would you describe that type of statement set by PLDT?
Well, sometimes it's really a wake-up call for them. Now you know you're one of the top caliber team and syempre, the champion team also here in PVL. They can really afford to lose a set, even that first set, no? Natalo ata na silang set nun is their second set, no? But this match against Capital One, second set. But this match, the first set agad yung natalo sa kanila. So really a bounce back win coming from that second set of Coach Rodrigo Fort. You can see the attacks here, 11 for PLDT while 7 only for CHERY. But it all boiled down to that blocking and that service aces. 6 service aces. Biro mo yun, sobrang dami ng 6 service aces for a set. So now we gotta expect na aangat sila in terms of serving as a team. While for CHERY here, they really had a hard time also defending, especially you have Davison grabbing that rhythm already, and you know Babikina having that back row attacks now. So all they need to do is to regroup and find that rhythm again, or that situation wherein they were really playing well in that first set in order for them to get back in this match.
We begin set number 3 in Inares, Montalban. This is Mixed Comments with Alfred Valbuena and Jana Ejido. Misfiring was Mylene Paan, her first attempt in this set. But you already detailed about what you saw from PLDT being a championship team, and that's how you would respond. Ikaw alam mo yan. Ilang beses ka nag-champion with Signal. Ang dami nun,
siguro mga, hindi ko mabilang eh.
At least 5.
Yeah, at least 5.
At least 5. Because you have 9 championships as a Signal men's team. Pero ngayon team manager ka na. How is it like, as Batista scores in that cross court hit, how is it like to become a team manager of a championship team na alam mo napakataas ng standards?
Well, at first it was quite, syempre, minsan iniisip ko if how would I still be the best team manager for yun nga, the championship team. How would I get mga or even make the team, you know, parang wala na silang isipin in terms of everything else na to courts, to management aspects. They all need to do is just to play and give back the Signal that championship crown. So gusto ko lahat ilatag ng maayos. Like, smooth flowing. I know it's really my first time being a team manager, and hindi ko naman talaga in-expect na pupunta ako sa medyo corporate world in a way.
What a transition for you though, because you just retired. Tama ba?
Yes.
You are retired and then immediately manager ka na.
Yeah, yun nga eh. Sabi ko nga na huwag na natin i-publicize na gano'n. So hindi talaga ako fan na talagang binubulgar pa na I'm already a coach. Well, it started being an SNC coach first and then transition to a team manager now. It's really a big task for me on how to bring back that championship for Signal and maintain that culture of that championship team. Also a Signal culture na tinatawag namin na from the management to the coaches, to staff and the players.
Let's see, there's a block touch here before we continue with the discussion. So that's going to be clean. CHERY TIGGO getting the better of that challenge. Here see Coach Rodrigo Fort. Some assistant coaches, their managers are there. Yan. Yung pinoproblema ni Alfred, yung din ang pinoproblema ng managers ng PLDT.
Yung dati, problema ko lang paano makakapatay ng bola. Ngayon, pinoproblema ko na yung anong mga sasabihin sa team or yung mga kailangan ng team.
Maraming aspeto yan.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening on the side of the team manager. No? The relationship between me, the players, especially naging teammates ko sila before, and the coaches as well, diba? Pero it's nice also na yung my teammates before and the coaches, andun yung respeto.
Yes.
It's there's the boundary is still there na team manager na ako, so respetuhin nyo. Ganun. So yun yung maganda sa culture ng Signal eh. Masaya pa rin, pero may siyempre respeto.
Respeto pa rin. Bigyan din natin ng respeto si Yuni Batista with his cross-court hit.
Yeah, tama na ako, Mig. So, ano yun?
Okay na. Thank you for answering the question, Alfred.
Yeah.
It is 3-2 here in set number 3. Davison using her left hand. Saved by Shaya. Batista. A lot of power there. The rebound will send the ball outside.
I think this is the biggest lead now for CHERY in this match with 2 points. Kasi kanina nagpapalitan lang 1 point lead, di ba? Parang ngayon,
First set, humabol sila nun.
well, yung first set pala, yun, 2 points pala nanalo sila within 2 points. But,
So this matches it.
Yes.
Batista. Sent back. Battle at the net. Nice recovery by Majoy. Same girl. Ooh. Batista bomb.
There you go. Biggest lead now, 3. I can say ito na yung biggest lead natin.
Sure na yan.
Sure na. Pero I wanna state lang din na this third set, they have a new lineup now. Starters. You can see starting Nabor with Paat and even the middle blocker also.
Yep. Zakarandang.
Yes, Karandang also starting.
Getting the deflection there. Nabor sending it to Uni. Nice denial by PLDT. Paat from the back. This is KKD. That's sharp. Good one from Kiana.
Yeah, thanks to the net there for KKD scoring that point, breaking the drought for PLDT. And also I want to commend there coming from Kim Fajardo, just positioning well for that defense. Kasi minsan talaga yung mga setters, they also need defense here. Hindi naman palagi puro set lang. Kailangan din na pumaso na maayos.
Misconnection there for CHERY TIGGO. Zakarandang could not even attempt to hit that ball. That makes it 4-5. CHERY TIGGO in danger. PLDT taking control of set 3. Overpass. Fajardo. Awkward set there as KKD was underneath her. Nice dig by Catharado. This is Savvy. Wow. That's a fireball for you.
You can see how polished is the system here of PLDT. Wala silang aligaga or anything. They're really playing well. They know that they're the champion team here in PVL na. Kahit lamamang pa yung 3, 4, 5, kaya natin bumalik, and now they're tied.
5-all. Oh, nagawa ni Majoy. And it worked out. Majoy saying sorry to Fajardo.
Yeah. She wanted to experience how to set, no? Buti na lang, Davison is her spiker there. Kaya mapapatay mo dito ang CHERY.
Diba? Pasok lang na instruction, sunod lang na sunod. Naintindihan? Jasmine, decision making, hindi na kailang ipilit pa yun. Nakasiksik na si CHERY na doon ipipilit mo pa sa middle lang set. Let's go! Tara! Cut na yan! Sunod sa instruction.
One side down. Nothing happens. One receive and one side down. We go.
Okay, tara, commit tayo. Take the point. CHERY! On go! Kanina, nalamangan tayo niyan. Commit tayo.
Just when Alfred Balbuena said that CHERY TIGGO had their biggest lead, here come the high-speed hitters. Even Majoy Baron setting things up for Savvy Davison.
Yeah, 4-0 run now for PLDT. And still counting.
They have taken over 6-5. Uni. Nice dig. Savvy gets it back. Nerva right there for it. Yeah, that was tight. And an awkward landing for Uni Batista.
Let's see.
Okay, this is a good sign na nakatayo siya agad. She's able to move by herself. Pagpag yan para kay Uni.
Nothing much there happening for her.
Gotta appreciate everybody though, from the PLDT players onto the fans. Because you would really feel that everybody just prioritizes the health of our players. Uni. Bit low there on her jump. Mabikina from the back. Batista again. She gets the point.
There you go, off the blocker's hand there. And it seems like she's limping, no? Parang may something with her ankle there.
Oh, she did almost injure it a while ago. Napansin ko yung talon eh, hindi ganun kataas. But it was well enough for her to score a point. Nice read by Shaya. No 1-2 for Calf. Hindi na mahahabol ni Karen Bear the floor.
Yeah, Davidson there scoring another point for them.
Timeout for... Well, this is our technical timeout, the first of which here in set number 3. Back for our PVL Reinforced Conference in Inares, Montalban. Beautiful venue, by the way.
Yeah.
At hindi ka maiinitan at all.
Hindi talaga. Kailangan mo magdala ng jacket dito.
Yes. This is nice that we're able to tap a new demographic. Kahit nga sa Dasmariñas, nakakadayo na rin tayo doon. And even farther locations.
Ilo. They have that Ilo.
Well, mabuti naman dahil ang taas nga naman ang kalibre ng PVL, obviously, with even the arrivals of talents such as Savvy Davison before our reinforcements. This is a luxury for us. Zakarandang, well enough to score against Mabikina.
It was a receive, and it was her point there coming from Karandang. Alam natin itong si Karandang, she's really a jolly player.
Oh yeah.
Na masarap kasama sa court, kita mo through her body language, her actions, pag nakapuntos, really enjoying.
Nakakahawa. Chance. Back row, Uni. Over Doug. Off the battle at the net. One more. It's pushed back by Majoy. Batista will secure the point.
And Batista going for another back row hit with a sharper angle that time, giving PLDT a hard time digging that ball.
8-9. Mabikina to the back. Shaya. Naibalik sa kanya. Oh, that almost went out. Blocked by Maranyo. Sharper hit by Mabikina. That time around, it worked.
Yeah, I want to comment also the coverage here coming from PLDT. Despite having blockers in front of them. Now, alakala natin kill block na, pero it's because that reaction, that reflexes coming from the players of PLDT. Nabubuhay pa yung bola and even converting it to a point.
And the back row is not a problem at all for Uni Batista.
Yeah, you're gonna expect a lot now coming from Batista. And what is nice also for her na talagang targeting the weaker defender like kanina. Palaging to target doon si Arado kaya naangat yung bola. But that time, seeing Arado wasn't around, targeting Majoy Baron on that hit.
9-10. Ganda ng pasa na yun. Pasa rin natin kay Jana Ejido. Jana, go ahead.
Thanks for that pass, Migs. Well, all throughout the conference for the PLDT high-speed hitters, now Nastya Bavikina has proven herself to be a perfect fit for the system, whether the offense or the defense. And this is no surprise at all for the team, as she was actually recommended by PLDT's reinforcement last year, Elena Samoilenko, to join. And this perfectly aligns with notes from the coaches saying their priority was finding someone who fits the team and not someone who would overpower the players. So even in training or off the court, Nastya's calm and introverted personality complements the warmth of the high-speed hitters. And if we talk about their performance right now, Nastya is certainly playing a crucial part. Migs and Alfred.
Gandang report yun mula kay Jana. You would really observe Nastya, minsan mapag-isa lang yan eh. Walang kinakausap, but she will be good to go once the game starts. That was a beautiful, beautiful play by CHERY TIGGO.
No, Abby Maranyo, the queen of running attacks here. And that time, what a combination play there. Disrupting and even fooling the blockers of PLDT. I think that was the first time na ilabas yung ganung baraha yung play coming from CHERY.
11-all. Ones across the board. That's a point for KKD.
Minsan nakaka-disappoint yung mga ganung plays. Like the ball already was slowed down by the net and you're already in position. Pero yung pag-hit ng bola talaga yung it's that last bounce of the hand would really tell everything.
Paat. Nice dig by Fajardo. You did mention that's one of the jobs of the setters, and it's worth it as Savvy Davidson scores.
Alam mo kaya dito yung PLDT, talagang one of the top caliber teams here in PVL because of their floor defense, converting it to a counter-attack and scoring right away. Hindi na yung talagang papahirapan mo pa sa pag-floor. And yung mga second balls really were already on point na hindi nahihirapan yung mga attackers mo.
That's long for Uni Batista. She wanted a check. And yes, Coach Norman and Coach Kung Fu have signaled the challenge. They want a block touch.
Yeah, but from my angle, kitang-kita ko parang wala.
Malinis.
Malinis. Really above.
Let's see if the machines got something.
But I wanted to share before, eh? Alam ko, it happened to me one time.
Oh,
share ko lang.
Ano yan eh?
Naramdaman ko, na-touch ko talaga, pero hindi nakita dahil sa finger ko. Sobrang stiff lang ng fingers ko.
Ah, talaga?
Hindi gumalaw, pero ramdam na ramdam ko yun. Sabi ko sa coach ko dati, Coach Tech. Challenge nila, pero unsuccessful.
Ang galing! Dapat ganun katigas yung fingers.
Crucial point yun, baka magreklamo tuloy yung kalaban namin. Pag marinig ako.
May ano ba? May workout ba kayo dyan?
Wala
sa fingers?
Wala naman. It's really, siguro sa angle lang din ng camera. Pero talagang, I felt it brush off my, hindi naman talagang fingertip, the side of my finger.
Nice block. KKD, Del Palomata, that a wall for you. This Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elasto Seal. Selyado ang bubong, anumang panahon. Left hand for KKD, right hand for Del Palomata. 4-point lead, Aragalang. Almost worked for Arado. Palomata could not score. The push by Ara. Chance ball. Sabi went off speed there. This is Batista. Nice rally. Davison down the line. Nabor picking it up. One more. This time it works for Uni.
You can see that attempt coming from Batista. That eagerness to score that point right away coming from that approach. Kitang-kita mo yung approach ko lang yung swing, giving it that momentum towards the ball. Even break the blocker's hand there to score the point.
Batista now with 20 points in this matchup. She's been pretty consistent in reaching 20 points in this conference. Only did not reach it once. That was versus Akari. as PLDT scores again, and they will send us to the second technical timeout. Uni Batista and the rest of CHERY TIGGO playing catch-up here in set number 3, 12-16. They won set number 1 in extended fashion. They lost set number 2. They only scored 12 points. That's a service error by Del Palamata. Aragalam's turn. Savvy just hung in the air at hinatig niya lang yung bola papunta sa kabila.
Pero it's that initial action also coming from CHERY TIGGO na nakita mo na yung kamay ni Davison was really just above the blocker. Kita mo na attempting to drop the ball, no? It's that reaction lang, sayang.
Oh, very tight.
They're coming from Nabor. Kaya naman, time out ulit dito ang CHERY.
Nakaka-survive naman tayo ng lumulutang sa gitna yung bola ng mataas eh. Naintindihan? Saka hindi naman ganun kalakas din yung serve. Huwag kang ma-pressure na ipas. Itaas mo lang bipas, okay na tayo doon. And then pangalawa, humihina ang serve natin. Kailangan balik tayo sa malakas na serve din. Hindi pwede tayo lang na out of system. Let's go, let's go!
Good point there by Coach Norman Miguel. We did see a relatively easy reception by Anastasia Pavikina in the previous sequence, allowing them to score again. It is 18-13. Aragalang getting ready to receive. Another Lasalista with a serve. That was KKD. Not the best of deliveries for Ara. Off the chance ball. It's another point for Savvy Davison.
Yeah, just a blocker there for Savvy Davison. I think miscommunication there coming from Nabor.
Oh, that's an ace.
Yeah.
KKD playing it short.
We know LaSalle players are really lethal in terms of serving. Kaya nadala pa rin ni KKD dito sa PVL. Scoring that ace out of Jen Hierba.
Of all people, no? Jen Hierba pa.
Wow.
That was a nice hit, but a nice dig as well. And then, the drop works for Savvy Davison.
There you can see those counter-attacks. Yung sinasabi ko palagi dito. Defense wins everything eh. Kasi pag nag-defensa mo yung bola ng maayos, pag hindi ka man makatake, pero you still have an option to block the ball. No, it's still a point for them if na-block mo.
PLDT pulling away here, 21-13, slide action. Good way to get a side out, Zakaranda.
Napansin ko dito for CHERY, they have been effective on those kinds of slide attacks na. Dito sila nabablockan ng PLDT, so they need more of those.
Oh! Ace yun.
That time, it's CHERY's turn to unleash a serve.
The reinforcements have been targets in this game. Batista. This time it's Savvy getting the first ball. Savvy. Yeah, kahit siya yung tumatanggap, walang problema eh. Baka nakakatulong pa nga yun sa buhelo niya.
Yeah, parang kahit hindi ko napasa ng maayos, basta angat ko lang, ako na bahala eh.
Davison now has 24 points in this game.
Wow.
Pavikina. Centered. Chance ball. Fajardo. Going to Majoy. That hit. Jenier, tumama sa mukha.
Yeah. Unexpected set there coming from Fajardo to Baron. Kaya yung defense of CHERY was already collapsing. Akala pupunta na doon kay Pavikina, but last second there, Fajardo finding Majoy Baron to score that point.
23-15 now. Adorador. That goes to the side. Hard to say that.
Great effort though, coming from Davison to pick up that ball.
(16-23), Zakaranda. It's Majoy. Saved by Galang. Free ball again. The choice is Anastasia Pavikina.
Oh, despite the ball being too close to the net, because of her height, again scoring at that point for them. Pavikina again attacking well for PLDT.
Pavikina now has 9 attack points in this game. Sheila Kiseo is back to serve. They have 8 set points in set number 3. Played it really short. Almost worked. Fajardo again off the chance. It's Del Palomata.
Yeah. There you have it. Palomata ending this set here, number 3.
I'm sorry, I was basing my reaction off of the reaction of Del Palomata. Was not too convinced about her hit, but she will get the point. Brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. The dominant set for PLDT, now up 2-1 here in Montalban. (26-28), 25-12, 25-16. PLDT continues with its dominance against CHERY TIGGO. They already have secured the berth in the quarterfinals. It's actually CHERY TIGGO that has more to prove to us, more to actually earn if they get points in this game. But now the most that they can earn is 2, right?
Yeah, 2 points. If it extends to the 5th set and even getting that win, no? Pero kung mag 5 sets, pero talo sila 1 point lang. So it's really crucial for CHERY. I was saying a while ago, reiterating this, na dapat 3 or 4 sets silang manalo. Pero now they really have that slim chance of getting into the quarterfinals, especially going up against PLDT, the champion team. And then in that 3rd set of ours, it's really the heart also of a champion yung pinakita dito ng PLDT. Despite having a lot of errors, pero yun nga, nag-bounce back sila ng 2nd set, 3rd set, minimizing those errors to 2. And attack point 17. Doon sila talagang nag-focus more on that third set, no, against CHERY. Well, for CHERY, they need more also coming from the blocking and the ace service line. Especially in the third set, wala silang natali na service ace. And let's see how they bounce back in this fourth set.
2 errors though in a set. Very impressive for PLDT.
Parang bihira ko makita ng 2 errors lang. But that time, that's the first one.
Ang coaches ba, or even managers, sobrang natutuwa ba yan kapag onti ang errors?
Yeah.
May reward system din ba yan? O wala naman?
Wala namang reward system. Pero syempre, talagang maganda lang makita sa team mo na sobrang konti yung errors because of that. Syempre, it really translate on how well or how polished is the system coming from the players na talagang consistent sila in terms of their movement, their action, and even from their skills to passing, serving, blocking, attacking. So yun talaga makikita mo na syempre pag lesser error yung isang team, talagang makikita mong malakas sila as a whole.
Nagpapakita naman ang lakas ngayon si Aragalang, scoring for CHERY TIGGO. That will be point number 2 for them here in set 4 against the one of PLDT.
Now they're trying Robles in for the outside hitter.
There's the other outside hitter, Batista. Almost scored. Nice save by Calf. Batista again. Oh, sent back by Savvy. Now a chance for PLDT. Davison. Ooh, whistle blown.
Yeah, Aragalang there called for that net touch. And you can see Rodriguez, Seth Rodriguez now also starting in this first set for CHERY.
Rodriguez and Robles as their new starters. Bumalasan na rin talaga si Coach Norman. Pauline Gaston started this game. We saw Zacarandang. Now it's Seth's turn. Nice down the line. Aragalang. Galang also was subbed out for Maylene Pan in the previous set. Now she's back and she's rolling.
A great swing coming from Aragalang. One of the clean spikes coming from her in this match.
She has 7 attack points now in this game. Off speed. Calculated beautifully by Savvy.
Anything you set up or kahit anong ibato mo talaga yung Savvy, she'll really adjust to the ball. No complaints, whether it's short or high. Talagang, it's her last touch eh. Talagang siya gagawa ng paraan, which is nice also for a player.
Savvy could be reaching 30, by the way, in this game. We'll have to watch that. Back
More.
row.
There you go. Yeah.
I think she wants it. All right, let me locate the conference high for Savvy Davison. Wow. It's this game.
This game na.
Ito na. This is her conference best performance scoring-wise. Before, yes, it was 22. Pavikina. Saved by Ces Robles. But this will be a free ball. Calf, multiple options. She said, ako na lang.
Wow. You can see that attempt coming from Fajardo. Everyone expecting that she would dump the ball in the center. Pero last second, the fingertip or the pinky yung nag-push towards the side of Batista there.
Pangilan yan eh? Pangatlo in this game?
Yes.
The 1-2 for Calf.
Another point.
attack point.
Attacking setter here.
We have a timeout because it is now 3-6 in favor of PLDT.
Hindi naman kargado yung dumarating dyan. Sinasadya na talagang dyan ang adalin. Hindi pa na. Taas lang natin sa gitna. Naintindihan? Hindi tayo makaarangkada dahil dyan eh. Okay? Tara, cut na yan.
Walang takot sa pasa. Tara, konting Tapang, tapang. Laro, laro. Cherry! Laban tayo! Laban, laban!
Off the timeout of CHERY TIGGO. This is Savvy Davison about to serve again. She's about to reach 30 points. Gotta watch out for that. Bicar back in the game. Batista sending it really wide.
That was a great attempt coming from her to hit it sharp cross court, but too much angle on that hit.
Good serve by Savvy. Batista, better approach, but still outside for her. Now we have our technical timeout, the first in set number 4. Eight to 3 in set number 4 in favor of PLDT. They just never looked back ever since losing set 1, and they continue with that ace by Savvy Davison.
Still a scoring machine here for PLDT. Mapa-serve, mapa-atake, mapa-block. Doing everything for PLDT. Ooh, back-to-back service aces. Wow. How would you stop that kahit nasa back row na, kahit nag-serve, umatake pa rin.
She's just everything for PLDT. We're gonna get an update on her scoring tally in a moment. Almost back-to-back-to-back. Bavikina! Down the middle.
Yep. Gotta expect that now for PLDT. They really want to secure this win. Despite them being already in the quarterfinals. Pero they're still playing with everything they've got, no? The first 6, sila pa rin naglalaro, not shuffling the players too much.
It's momentum that they have built since the start of the year. It's a good return. Badly needed by the EV crossovers.
Kala ko makapuntos ulit dun si Kim Fajardo eh.
Fajardo though has 16 excellent sets. Nice pass. Bang! Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, 31 points for Savvy Davison.
Those kinds of players, no? 4 sets, 31 points. Talagang giving it her best game.
That's why she's an MVP. Batista, 2 players from behind, could not say that.
Pero kung hindi nag-attempt doon si KKD, I think the ball would be saved coming from Davison. She was already in that position. The trajectory of the ball going towards her. Pero, syempre, KKD was quite long also. Nagkabanggaan sila doon.
5 to 12. Nice pass. 1-2. That's at least 5 points now for Cap in this game.
Really scoring attacker, scoring setter here. She has been doing that since her LaSalle days.
Yeah.
No?
Ooh, Batista, 3 blockers in front of her, no problem.
3 blockers, and that was a pipe attack, a back row hit.
Porsyento na rin talaga si Alina Bicar. Hardo to Palomata. Nice save by Jen Yerba. It's Peñafiel scoring off the blocker.
Re-entering the game here, Peñafiel, who started this match for Cherry, and scoring that point.
Umikot din talaga sila. Peñafiel, Adorador, Robles. Back to her. KKD. Back row. Oh!
Almost.
Almost. Good read there by CHERY TIGGO to let it go.
3-0 run now for Cherry. And let's see how the PLDT respond.
Shank pass. Chance on the other end. Peñafiel sending it through. Good read by Calf. Nastia. Reba with the dig. Pipe. Too powerful.
Yeah. 4-0 now for Cherry. That's why it's PLDT's turn to call that timeout.
Number 4. We have Alina Bicar getting ready to serve. Palikina denied. That must feel really good for Aragana.
Yeah, not yet over here for the EV crossover. 5-0 run. I want to commend the serving here coming from Bicar, no?
Palomata. Oh, that was out. But first referee says it's PLDT getting the point.
Yeah.
At a different angle. Pasok yun, apparently.
Maybe from our point of view, no, medyo out kasi talagang harangan. Pero nandun yung line dodge.
Oh, he definitely has a better view. He's above everybody else. 14-10 off the side out of PLDT. Sharp serve. Peñafiel.
Oh my gosh, what a hit. Grabe, parang kaya laban sa men's as strikers.
Oh, uy. Hinahamon na. Hinahamon ni Alfred. Sabi Davison. 15-10. Peñafiel could not go for power there. Davison. Bump onto Uni. Rather reached for it. Good help as well by Bavikina. Chance. Peñafiel. No ma'am. Counter. Davison. Nice block. Aragalang the push. Good sweeping action by Uni. Oh, that's long. Sumobra mula kay Abby Maranyo.
She was trying her own attempt of scoring right away.
Off of the 5-0 run by CHERY TIGGO. It's back-to-back points for PLDT, 16-10.
inside the Inares Center here in Montalban. The CHERY TIGGO EV crossovers here in set 4 are down by 6 against the PLDT high-speed hitters. Now the team currently 9th in the standings. They're banking on that win against the Capital One Solar Spikers, that 5-setter. And Genierva told me that it feels good to win. Masarap nga sa pakiramdam. And if they're gonna want more of that, they'll have to dig deep. Interestingly, the CHERY EV huddle before the set began, Mix and Alfred, Coach Norman Miguel instructed his attackers na wag magmadali. Abby Maranyo and Uni Batista were also rallying the team as well to keep their hopes alive. So with PLDT needing a set left to victory, CHERY EV has got to fight it out here in set 4.
Well, we already saw flashes of brilliance from them. That 5-0 run was very promising. Can they do it again? Down by 6. Galang denied. Good coverage by the crossovers. And that will go wide for Peñafiel.
Yeah, she was trying to even out that hit coming from Davison. Pero yun, di tumama sa fingertips ni Davison. And I think that was her intention. Sometimes mga break balls, mga offsets, they're another option for it. For you to score a point is off the blocker's fingertips.
That is an absolute early Christmas gift for Savvy Davison.
Yep. Ang kitang-kita ko, may umangat eh.
Oh. Yun na yun.
Yun na.
Tapos na.
On the
Nice
replay.
serve though by Babikina. And you know what? Anastasia has had 4 aces already in this game. Oh. Yep. Football.
Yeah.
you saw it.
I saw that.
CHERY TIGGO still alive here. Can they storm their way back? 11-18. Jana mentioned they're number 9 in the standings. You have to be in the top 8 to advance to the next round. KKD off the block.
KKD is great support. Showing great support here for PLDT in terms of attacking.
Susuportan na rin si Mika Reyes.
Yan. Serving for PLDT.
There's your finals MVP, Mika Reyes, checking in for the first time in this game. It is a deep middle blocker rotation after all for PLDT. Galang combination. Savvy to the back, wide open.
Yeah, everyone was expecting a sharp hit there coming from Davison, opening up that back for CHERY. Just like that, the lead ballooned up again.
Yeah.
They were down like 2 points kanina or 3 points na lang eh. No?
Batista now in front. Nice dig by Babikina. Savvy off speed. Really hard to read this woman.
Yeah. A lot has been her in this match.
Sabi niya, oh, nag-41 points si Uni Batista.
Mukhang kaya pa niya ata eh. No?
We'll find out later as we end this game.
Ooh, ace!
That's an ace!
Yeah.
Mika Reyes, welcome to the match.
That is nice. So coming off the bench, giving your all, showing help to your squad here like Mika Reyes. Kahit serve lang yan, pero pumupuntos pa rin for them.
Batista, that's out. Too wide. Man, this score is looking like set number 2. It was 25-12.
Yeah.
Again, the most dominant set in the reinforced conference for PLDT. Will this be even better? Tough save for Alina. But that still worked. The lefty push for Batista.
Thanks to her length there, saving that ball.
Nastia. Did she use her fist?
Yeah, parang naka-closed fist siya dun eh.
Iba rin yung tunog ng bola.
Not that solid, pero it's really powerful.
Double sub, Jesse De Leon and Angge Alcantara back in the game.
And let's see if Alcantara would end this with her own service ace.
If not, maybe give it to Jessie. Usually ganun yan, di ba? Nag-uusap yung double sub.
Na-experience ko yan talaga.
Sa'yo ibibigay yan.
Parang minsan nangungutrata ka na pag sa bench pa lang, pag nag-double sub tayo, bigay mo na sa akin.
Oops! Yeah, that's hard for Angel to try to even save.
So now, let's expect na si Jessie Dilo yung dito ang papalo.
Sige, tingnan natin.
Tingnan mo ito, may kontrata tong dalawa coming off the bench.
Service first for Aragalan against 11 match points. Hindi. Sabi.
Nanigurado.
They went to the hot hand, the hottest hand in this game. Another 30-piece for Savvy Davison. More importantly, what a statement by PLDT. After losing the first set in extended fashion, they limit CHERY TIGGO from sets 2 to 4.
Well, what's nice also here for PLDT na despite them already being in the quarterfinals, they showed respect towards their opponent na talagang still played their first 6. And what's nice also na syempre hindi pa naman tapos sila yung liga, sila pa rin yung naglalaro and getting that rhythm that prove that gel as a team, no?
This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Of all attackers, it had to be Savvy Davison who would end this match.
And yeah, let's see kung talaga bang naka 40 points din siya in this match.
All right, now we're showing you our final score. Look at that. A combined 41 points given up by PLDT to CHERY TIGGO from sets 2 to 4. Absolute domination for the PLDT high-speed hitters from sets 2 to 4, outscoring CHERY TIGGO 75-41. That's after losing set 1 26 to 28. PLDT is already in the quarterfinals. CHERY TIGGO, their chances are getting lower and lower in terms of qualifying into the next round of our PVL Reinforced Conference. This Babad Player of the Game is brought to you by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family only with Devant, and practically a no-brainer for Alfred Balbuena.
We know also that Babikina played a huge factor in this win for PLDT.
But Savvy Davison, we're about to find out just how many points she actually scored. And she is now being joined by Jana Ejido.
Thanks, Migs and Alfred. I'm here with our player of the game, Savvy Davison, who notched 36 points. And it's a new career high for Savvy Davison. Savvy, congratulations. This is insane. I asked you about your reaction on that a while ago, and you said, that's funny. Tell me where this reaction is coming from. You just set a new career high.
I think like during the game, you're not really tallying how much you score. I just wanted to win. So I'm just glad, you know, it transpired in points, and I'm glad that we were able to execute and have a win. So thank you.
Let's talk about the game. I want to know this four-setter against CHERY TIGGO. You've faced them multiple times already. What was different here in the Reinforced?
I mean, it's a really strong team. We came into this week knowing that they were going to put up a fight, and we just had to control our side and put away some points, and everyone kind of had to show up. So, you know, we trained during the week, we trained really hard, and we came mentally and physically prepared today. So I'm just glad that, you know, we were able to handle our side and put up a fight as well.
All right, any greetings and messages you'd want to give to everyone watching? Go ahead.
My mom and my family are here. Thank you for coming, and thank you, PLDT fans. We love seeing you. And thank you to the people watching at home.
Perfect, and what a lovely treat for your mom to see you set your career high. 36 points for Savvy Davison today. PLDT gets the win, makes it Alfred.
Almost 10 points per set.
Yeah.
That's how great that was, the performance of Savvy Davison. Congratulations to her and the rest of PLDT. But up next, we still have this match for you guys. Two teams with identical records, Capital One versus Petrogas. So we have implications in the quarterfinal picture for that one. Thank you for joining us in our 4-set match between CHERY, TIGGO, and PLDT. For Jana Ejido and my partner, team manager, Alfred Balbuena. My name is Mix Gomez saying thank you as we say goodbye off of our second game here inside the Inares Center in Montalban. Stay tuned for our next one.